another session of what we call the Spotlight. On today's episode, we have the amazing, the gorgeous, the beautiful, maybe I'm also biased because she's my friend, the amazing Samu Magagula, who is here to share with us about who she is, what she does, the kind of industry she's in, and all the amazing things that I feel like she's done. So, guys, this is her time to now tell us more about it. Samu, welcome to Mbali Talks.
Thank you for having me finally. I always say my friend is going to make me famous.
No shame. I had to coerce her into this interview. Do not be lied to. I had to coerce her into this interview. Thank you so much for taking the time, madam, to come and join us here at Mbali Talks.
Thank you for having me. What an honor. My friend, I feel like as much as you talk about how much work and whatever, the work you've put into Mbali Talks is amazing, it's commendable, and it's inspiring. So
thank goodness this interview is not about me, guys. So, Samu, you are known to be a PR specialist, a PR professional. Tell us more about what that basically means.
Okay, basically, I think the most amazing thing about my PR career is the fact that I didn't even choose it for myself initially.
Nice, okay.
My mom spotted it on me, and I remember funneling a varsity. My mom literally was like, "Is this what are you going to do at varsity?" And I was like, "Oh no, maybe fashion design." I was thinking.
Yes, we all
that
wanted
time
to be
I can't
designers.
even draw, guys. As you can see, my eyebrows. But
oh, but they look lovely.
But basically, my mom literally spotted it on me, and she was like, "Go do PR. I feel like it aligns with who you are." I went, I did PR, and I remember how that PR major hit me for 2 years. I had to go back to varsity and make sure I actually pass it. But the most amazing thing about it is that it grew into me, and I actually felt I'm actually aligned for it, and I grew and I started actually liking events, and I actually worked at events as a promo girl. Vice, around everything just always led me to PR.
Okay,
Yeah.
so for those who don't know, Samu is our former Miss Swaziland, guys. Pa, 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 pa. And the reason I'm mentioning this is to say that I feel like maybe, do you feel that the PR and you joining the pageant kind of had a linking? Do you feel like you were able to use the skills that you had at the time, or did one come before the other, and how did it actually work?
Okay, yes, it was. Because I feel like for me to join Miss Eswatini, I felt like it was a first-hand experience for me in my PR journey, because now I had to manage my own brand.
Yes.
So I had to make sure I do projects around that which were aligned to what I was always passionate about, which was social entrepreneurship.
Okay, yes.
And I always felt like in PR you get to have a voice for the voiceless, you get to create brands, you get to manage brands. So I felt like, oh, let me start with my own brand. Let me see if I actually create myself to be a brand, how do I actually want to put myself out there? What projects can I handle as a brand and actually make happen as a brand? So that's what
I think you did an amazing job. And I do know that at some point you then started a company. Tell us more about the company, because honestly, guys, when it started, we were not sure what you were doing. We were not sure what we were doing. And if you know anything about Eswatini, it takes us a while to sort of, warm up to new ideas. We feel like us understand, Samu, what is she up to? What does this mean? Tell us a bit more about how you went into business and what the business is and what the business actually does with regards to what I personally feel is how you turned your degree into your passion and therefore into money and business now.
There's one thing you always say, my friend, is like, no, decide what you want to be and then say no to anything that's not that. I feel like when I started my career in the PR space, I managed to get an internship with an organization that was a social entrepreneurip hub.
And you've
stuff.
always been into social entrepreneurship.
Yeah, so
it's a
and
passion
people
for
always
you.
ask me, what is social entrepreneurship? Okay, let's just define
Kaka
it.
as Samu, what is social
I'm
entrepreneurship?
a social entrepreneur, guys, and usually it's the fact that my business is always aligned to the well-being of people. So whatever business I get into, it has to be aligned to the well-being of other people first.
Not just a pretty face. Always cares about
So
other
Miss
people.
Eswatini gave me an opportunity to actually
The
do
platform,
that.
yeah.
The platform to actually, do that. And then from there, I was like, no, I can actually start a company. And what do I like? Oh, I like exclusivity. I like luxury, So Palsam is about It's about exclusive events.
So
It's
the
about
sorry, the name of your
curating.
company is
Palsam.
Palsam.
So-
Even the name, guys,
so
you can
it's
just
Samu's
tell.
pulse.
You know, it's there's some zhuzhness going on right there. Okay.
It's what runs in my veins. It's what runs in my pulse. So it makes me tick. So Palsam.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Now, no, today it makes sense. Okay, cool. Yeah.
So basically, Palsam came about when I stopped working for the first company that I was talking about, to
Yes,
say
the
I had an
internship
opportunity.
opportunity.
So then I came back to Eswatini. I was like, what do I like? I'm like, okay, exclusive events. I like luxury. And then, so I curate luxury events and exclusivity.
Yeah.
So basically, Palsam comes about, and then, yeah, I mean, and then I started maneuvering.
You've been maneuvering. You've been maneuvering. I remember when we started being friends, guys. I used to feel like, what does Samu really do?
I called her and she was so like, sorry man, my time.
I was not like that. Oh my goodness. But it was always like a wonder as to what exactly that you do, because I think sometimes when you are a pretty girl, which is, you know, we can't deny it, guys. Samu's gorgeous. Plus, also, I just generally because we're friends. Thank you very much. Generally.
We love gorgeous people.
Listen, yeah, standards, babes. So I always used to feel like, okay, I know this girl is not just a pretty face. I can see she's busy, but I wasn't really sure about what it is that you were doing, you know. And then at some point, I saw the Palsam logo, and obviously on events, because okay, Palsam, okay, obviously run by Samu, I can see that. And then you know, we started being friends and everything. And then I started realizing, actually, this girl, again, like I was saying, is not just a pretty face. She actually knows what she wants. She knows what she goes for. Can you maybe tell us what it is that kind of inspires you to be that person, you know, that go-getter, the person who's focused, the person who says, this is what I want, and I actually go for it?
I think there's one thing. I mean, even as you're talking about the fact that how we even became friends, it was very authentic. It was very real. I mean, Mbali has always been a working woman, and I was very inspired by her and her brand. And I always said, oh, if I can get this girl to just work with me in something, I feel like we would do something. It would be magical, you know. But also I was like, oh, she's amazing. But at the same time, I loved her authenticity, the authenticity in her brand. So for me, authenticity matters. And more than anything, I'm grounded. Family, my mom and dad and brother, like, if it's not going well there, my whole life kind of comes to a standstill. She knows. Like, I'm so emotional. Right, you know, it grounds me. And more than anything, that godliness, I mean, even in looking for friends, that's always what I look for. When
What's
you know?
going on?
So those are the things that ground me, because at the end of it all, we all have gifts, we all have good works to put out there, and you have to have a source for it. And for me, those are the things that ground me: authenticity, godliness, you know, and actually just making sure you are present in your life. Actually,
very important.
you need to be
very
present
important,
in your life and be aware of the fact that you have one chance at being yourself.
True. This is not a dress rehearsal. I always say life is not a dress rehearsal. What is happening now, that's your life. That's currently your life. You get to decide what you want, how you want it, and the focus that you actually, the direction that you want your life to take, which I think is something that you've done very well. I feel like you are an inspiration to a lot of people, myself included, and especially I feel like the youth that you've had the opportunity to work with, they look up to you. What would you say to somebody like that who's like, you know what, I'm fresh out of high school, I'm not really sure what to do, should I go into PR, is PR still relevant, what pointers can you give to that particular person?
Hey, Tsine, we learned PR at a long time ago. But you know what's amazing? Social media, you know. I'd say, you know, we have an opportunity of actually learning the new trends readily on social media. So, yes, PR is very relevant. And Tsine, we're now looking at bigger things.
Okay.
You know, actually,
look
when
at
it
you
comes to PR,
dropping gems on us.
it's like you have to grow, you know, in your career as a person. That's what you constantly do well, even with your brand, Mali. Like even this feature, it's, I'm sure your viewers are on some, hey, now you're bringing people
Like doing
take your
interviews,
shine.
what's going on?
No, it's growth, guys. It's looking at trends and actually understanding that there's in PR there's always good growth.
Yeah, there's always
There's
opportunities.
growth.
There'll
There's
be
always an
work.
opportunity for growth. There'll always be work in PR, and you can decide what you specialize in PR. That's the nice thing about it. So some of us just decided social entrepreneurship, but at the end of it all, there's growth. Yes, go for PR, but make sure that you are good at what you specialize in PR.
Great, great. I like that. I like that very much because sometimes I feel like a lot of our youth right now is focused on, like you mentioned, social media, but I feel like they're not using it to their advantage. They are more using it to put pressure on themselves and to try and achieve lifestyles that, quite honestly, guys, are not realistic. It does not make sense for you to not ever work and then suddenly your life goes boom, you know. So I really appreciate the advice that you've just given us.
Yes.
Now, going back to how you sort of married, yes, you married PR with your passion for luxury and for curating events, and therefore you created a company by the name of Palsam. You and Palsam and a couple of other companies have recently introduced Eswatini to a beautiful, beautiful concept in the form of an event. Can you just please fatla us about what that is all about?
So when I started Palsam, remember it was a comeback from Johannesburg. I'm not sure what to do. Register a company. I don't even know what I'm going to do with this company. Well, I kind of have an idea. That's when I started speaking to Mbali. Mbali, please come sell at my what.
Oh yes, I remember the
Yes.
event. Oh God, I totally forgot about that. I remember that
That was the first
event.
time I called
Yes,
you.
that was the first time we actually spoke.
So
Yeah.
basically, I knew that I want to create something cute but fresh and ideas, you know. But during COVID, I feel like it was an amazing reset for all of us. God gave us an opportunity to reset. I rebranded, and then I realized, you know what? I know what I want, and
Yeah.
I can't play small at it.
Yes, yes.
I need to realize the fact that it's valuable. It's people are looking for that. I'm a preacher, you know. So the word of God says
Preach,
that
sister. Get into
the
it.
earth
Get into it.
awaits, the earth awaits for the manifestation, you know, of the sons and daughters.
Yeah.
You know, so we need to manifest in our gifts. We need to make sure we're with logu senkhuluma Swati Kenya. Loku lokucabanga ukuthi it's a silly idea is actually what people actually want and need out there.
Yeah.
And you can't do it alone. So that's what I got during that COVID time to say, you want to do this. And then I was like, how do I do this? Strategic partnerships.
Yes.
That is where I actually warmed up to the idea to say, okay, nakuphela yonke le nto ye-COVID le, I want to execute this idea of exclusivity, of curating experiences and events for people. But how am I going to do it? So then we just decided as Palsam,
Okay. Yes.
we just decided, let's look for strategic partnerships. And then came out of that, got an opportunity, you know, even, you know, opening yourself up, you know, as a person to say, I could get it in my home country, I could get it anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
I opened myself up. There's this one company I'm still looking and spying on to partner with. They do, you know, the most amazing work. But all I'm trying to say is that strategic partnerships.
Okay.
And then Homecoming came about from the fact of that. Let me look.
What is homecoming? Because maybe let's start there.
Homecoming.
What is homecoming?
Homecoming is a homecoming for Emaswati because I've always stayed in Johannesburg.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I always hated was that season between the 27th of December and the 31st.
Yeah.
I've already entertained my family for Christmas, guys. Towards Christmas, the shopping and all. That 26th of December, that whole thing dies
like the
down.
end.
And
Yeah.
it's like, where are my friends? Where are we going to go? There's nothing really happening. So I was like, oh, okay, what do? We look for a strategic partner. There's a staycation that you can do. Let me get out of home. Let me pack my bag for 2 days in Yana.
Yeah.
And just go and hang out with my friends. And we decided to partner with the Happy Valley Hotel.
Okay.
They came on board. And then more than anything, there's people that have been in the industry. They know the terrain of the area. So I looked for a partner, and then it was New Life Entertainment. And
Great.
I came, presented the idea. They warmed up to it. And here we are. We have a homecoming. So homecoming is a partnership between Happy Valley, a New Life Entertainment, and Palsam, where we give people an exclusive event, well curated, and basically, like up to your, standard. Like.
Okay, because to the general eye, homecoming looks like another 31st December
No,
party.
it's a mistake.
That's not what it is. So you guys were trying to create an experience, hence the accommodation package.
Yes, a staycation. You
Okay.
know, because more than anything, most of our target is basically but in expats.
Okay.
The expats, the people that live in South Africa, but they've decided to come home for December.
Yes, for the holidays.
But we've really opened it up to even a cultural exchange, because it's like, I stay at home all December, I stay all year, and Mozambicans are like, let's go to Swaziland for once,
Yes.
you know. So we just decided to open a homecoming up to the sense of community. Anyway, Africa is home more than just Eswatini being home. So let's open it up to our neighboring countries. South
Yeah.
Africans can come through, you know, and some of us want to bring people home. Even when you come from Johannesburg, people will be like, I just want to go to Swaziland.
I want to
this December.
experience Swaziland. What can you
Yes.
offer me? So you guys then came
We've
up with the
created
homecoming.
Homecoming, and it's an exclusive event. We are honestly very.
It looks very
intentional about
posh.
it.
It looks very posh, guys. I'm not gonna lie. This year I was blown away. The balloons in the pools. It was the fireworks, because I think for me that was one thing that always stood out for me at crossover events. You know, it's like, yes, we're there, the DJs are there, the music is playing, but also there should be some form of ambience and experience that is infused into it. The one year we went and crossed over in Dubai, you know, those fireworks, the way they did them, Sam, I'm not even a firework person, but it made you feel like we are literally crossing into the next year. Like, we are leaving everything behind, we are starting afresh, we are on a fresh slate. So it was very, very, you know, it blew my mind away when I saw the fireworks at the homecoming this past year. It was amazing.
And just like I'm saying, it came from the cultural or you know, cross-border infusion of the entertainment industry.
Okay.
We got a company in Mozambique that actually agreed to come and do our fireworks. And we
Nice.
partnered into that, and the hotel allowed it. You know, and it comes from the infusion.
Yeah.
So that, hence I say that you know, homecoming is an experience. It's not
Yes.
just an event.
Definitely. I know that I definitely
Yeah.
enjoyed sleeping at the hotel,
Yes.
waking
It's a
up
whole
to knowing
experience.
that I'm literally
To
at the venue.
The beautiful
Yes.
breakfast.
I'm at the venue of where I'm going to be crossing over. The music is already starting. You know, it just creates a nice summer.
Yeah, staycation.
Yeah.
We want to make you feel like you are on holiday. Slightly on holiday. The cabanas we put up there, you know, the all white, where you just feel like, let me just let loose, but still feel safe.
Yes.
But also feel posh.
Luxurious. No, I think you guys have created an amazing brand around that, and we obviously look forward to more of what the homecoming has to offer us. Even now, well, I'm gonna say now, it's in January, I know, but I'm gonna say now because I know how much work it takes for you guys to put together an event like that, and possibly planning starts very early in the year. But we're definitely looking forward to seeing another amazing, well put together homecoming experience, because it's not an event, it's not a crossover
It's
party.
an experience.
No, it's an experience. We're looking forward to seeing more of that. Now, before I let you go, Samu, can you just please tell us a bit more about what your plans are for the year, what you'd encourage other people that are looking up to you to say, these are the trends that are happening now. If you're somebody who wants to start a business, look more into this rather than that. And what more can we expect from brand Palsam, brand Samu?
Brent Samu has always been shy. I think that's very known. Like, I always just give bits and pieces of myself, but I feel like I'm looking into putting myself out there.
Okay,
Starting
okay.
with Mbali Talks. I've got friends
Starting
that
with
put me
us. Thank
under
you,
pressure.
thank you. That's how important we are, guys, on Mbali Talks. Y'all better have already subscribed, please.
Like, she's always pushing me, you know, in terms of putting my brand out there as well. But, you know, those are the kind of friends you want to have. So basically, Brand Samu is going to open up her voice more, try and put herself out there, and possible podcasts.
Yes. Watch out for that one. We will let you know when it's now ready properly.
Yes.
Yes.
So basically, put myself out there, and my passion is that space of social entrepreneurship and looking into the youth, and kind of like making sure that our youth gets to a space of being contributing
Positively, yes.
Yeah, to the economy. Yeah, we just want our youth to contribute positively to the economy, socially. We just want to make sure that young people are doing the most and shooting to the skies. And then Brent Palsam.
Palsam, yes.
Yeah, you shall see more of exclusivity. You shall see more hosting of exclusive events. We shall see more of the VIPs. That's where we are planning to put ourselves, VIPs at events.
Yeah.
So we'll be your hosts out there. Look out for us.
All right. Thank you so very much, ma'am, for taking the time to join us here on Mbali Talks and to inspire us and to share with us all the amazing work that you're doing. Last words?
My last words are be authentic, be yourself. The earth awaits for the manifestation of the sons and daughters.
Hallelujah, amen. The preacher in you always makes an effort to come out, shame. Yeah, guys, watch out. Someone are in the process of opening a church. We're coming. So with all that said, we have sadly come to the end of this amazing episode. I hope you guys were able to obviously get some gems that Samu was dropping about if you're young, what you can do with your life, how amazing PR is, the amazing work that she's doing, and also where can we find you, Samu? Where, if I'm now watching this episode and I'm inspired by you, where do I go to find you so that I can get more inspiration from the work that you do?
Okay, right now I think it's just Instagram,
Okay.
where I'm kind of active.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we
Samu's
shall
name
share-
is already appearing here. Her Instagram handle is appearing somewhere here on the video. Go and follow her. Okay.
Yeah, so I feel like that's where I kind of share most of my life. Instagram, whatever caption I feel like is in my heart that day.
Yes.
That's where I share most of my inspiration and what inspires me.
Okay, great. Thank you so very much, guys. That brings us to the end of the episode, madam. Again, thank you so very much for taking your
Thank you
time
for having me,
to
my
be
friend.
here.
And congratulations on your nominations again.
Pa, 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 pa. Ish,
Eswatini
guys.
Social
Let's
Media
cross
Awards.
our
This
fingers
girl
for
never
that
stops.
award. Cheers, guys.
Bye.